Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. I am thrilled you're tuning in because today we're going to completely shatter the illusion of privacy on your computer. Look, if you think you've locked down your system just because you clicked a few buttons in the settings menu, you are in for a major wake-up call. We're going to look directly at the underlying mechanics of how Windows identifies you. We'll dive into hardware fingerprinting, and most importantly, we're going to break down the exact tools you can use to fight back. Okay, let's dive right in with the million-dollar question. Does turning off Windows privacy toggles actually stop tracking? I mean, we've all been there, right? You're setting up a new machine, and you carefully flip all those little switches for location, advertising ID, and diagnostics to off. It feels secure. It feels like you're completely in control of your data. But, well, here's the blunt truth. No, it really doesn't. Toggling optional diagnostic data to off only reduces the richer behavioral telemetry. The required diagnostic tier, that flows continuously. Windows is still actively sending your hardware specs, configuration details, driver versions, and crash dumps straight to Microsoft. This data is transmitted by a background service called DiagTrack, and flipping that friendly little settings toggle doesn't stop it from running, and it certainly doesn't remove the service from your system. To really understand what we're up against here, we have to peel back the layers of identification. Because tracking isn't just one single thing, it's a massive, intertwined web that spans all the way from hidden software registry keys right down to the physical silicon inside your machine. Think about the massive contrast between these identifier layers. On the software side, identifiers like a machine GUID in your registry can technically be changed or wiped clean. But the hardware layer, your motherboard's unique ID, or your trusted platform module's cryptographic key, those are physically burned into the chips. They survive full OS reinstalls, they survive disk replacements, and they survive registry wipes. They are completely 100% immutable. But honestly, as terrifying as immutable hardware tracking is, there's a software identifier that bridges the gap between your local machine and your cloud identity. And it has some absolutely chilling real-world implications. We need to talk about the GDID, otherwise known as the Global Device ID. And listen, this isn't just theory. Back in July 2026, the FBI used this exact identifier to track a suspect from the Scattered Spider hacking group across proxy servers, multiple VPNs, and 3 different countries. You see, when you use a VPN, your IP address changes, sure, but your GDID, that does not. Microsoft actually confirmed its existence during this case, and they confirmed a terrifying detail. The GDID has literally no off switch. Let me break down exactly how fast this system tattles on you. At T0, the very moment you connect a Microsoft account, Windows requests a unique cloud ID. Just 1 single second later, background services register that ID into Microsoft's device graph. By second 2, the system is actively reporting your global device ID, bundled with your ISP and location data, right back to base. It is a relentless, fully automated transmission chain. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Okay, I'll just use a local account, right? And while a local account does stop some of the bleeding, it prevents the cloud sync and the cloud-tied GDID, it doesn't stop the baseline tracking floor. Even on a completely local account, Windows generates an anonymous device ID, it still collects your hardware fingerprints, and that required diagnostic data we talked about earlier, yep, that's still being transmitted. Okay, so don't throw your computer into a lake just yet. This explainer is fundamentally about how we fight back. Because trying to block hundreds of telemetry servers by hand is just a recipe for a broken system and a massive headache. Instead, we need to focus our attention on automated hardening tools. The crucial point here is that a massive community of privacy-conscious power users has built an entire arsenal of tools to do this heavy lifting for us. These tools offer a repeatable, auditable defense that survives across reinstalls and Windows updates. We're going to dive into W10 Privacy, O&O Shutup 10++, the Windows Privacy Dashboard, a highly specialized toolkit called No-GFIDI, and Native Group Policy. Let's kick things off with W10 Privacy, and of course, its Windows 11 counterpart. This is a brilliant portable tool. What makes it absolutely essential is that it covers over 200 privacy settings, and it organizes them using color-coded risk levels. Green means it's totally safe to disable, yellow is moderate, and red means you might actually break core system functionality. It basically helps you navigate that tangled web of hidden tracking settings without accidentally bricking your machine, which, let's be honest, is everyone's biggest fear when messing with registry keys. Next up is O&O Shutup 10++. Now, this tool is actually acknowledged by Microsoft, which is really saying something. It's built entirely around ease of use and reproducibility. It applies community-recommended privacy configurations with literally a single click. But the best part? You can export your profile. So when Windows runs one of those massive feature updates that inevitably resets all your privacy settings, you just load up O&O, import your profile, and lock the whole thing back down instantly. It is a total lifesaver. Then there's WPD, the Windows Privacy Dashboard. This one goes a step further than just basic registry tweaks. It actively manages network-level data exfiltration, basically stopping the data from leaving your computer in the first place by adjusting firewall rules and host file entries to block telemetry endpoints. But its absolute best feature is full rollback support. If you get a little too aggressive with your deep loading and suddenly something breaks, WPD provides the safety net you need to revert exactly what you just did. Now, to properly harden a system, you really need a layered approach. Broad GUI tools like O&O Shutup 10++ are fantastic for general deep loading and broad telemetry reduction across the board. But, as we saw with that scattered spider chase earlier, we need absolute surgical precision to kill the GDID. And that is where targeted scripts, specifically the open-source No GDID PowerShell toolkit, become absolutely essential. So what's really interesting here is exactly how the No GDID toolkit surgically neutralizes that unstoppable tracker. First, it chokes it out at the network layer, because a service that cannot reach the internet simply cannot report. Second, it aggressively disables the background daemons, right at the source, directly in the registry. And finally, it actively audits your current GDID value to cryptographically prove that the transmission chain is totally broken. Listen, these tools represent the absolute bleeding edge of community defense. They are powerful. But we need to take a step back, ground ourselves in reality, and face a pretty hard truth about what even these tools cannot accomplish. As we discussed, Microsoft explicitly confirmed the GDD has no off switch, and this is the vital caveat you have to understand. Blocking network endpoints and running the No GDD toolkit only stops future reporting. Local mitigations on your computer cannot delete the server-side record that was generated the very moment you first signed in. If you used a Microsoft account, that GDD already exists on Microsoft servers, it's tied to your IP history, and it remains accessible to law enforcement via subpoena. Which brings us to a stark conclusion derived directly from our source material. If your threat model absolutely cannot tolerate immutable hardware tracking or server-side telemetry records, we have to look at the nuclear option. To quote the sources, for high-stakes privacy requirements, the only reliable answer is to not run Windows. If you require absolute operational anonymity, these are your alternatives. Moving to a Linux distribution like Fedora or Debian entirely eliminates the Microsoft telemetry stack. No GDID, no diagtrack, nothing. Tails OS goes even further, routing all your traffic through Tor and leaving 0 persistent identifiers on your local disk. Or, if you need a middle ground, you can run Windows inside a QEMU/KVM virtual machine on a Linux host. This lets you use Windows software in a quarantined sandbox, feeding it randomized hardware data and completely isolating it from your real physical fingerprints. We've seen how deeply embedded this tracking is, stretching from the physical silicon on your motherboard all the way to undeletable cloud records on Microsoft servers. And we've explored the community tools required to fight back. But all of this leaves us with one massive, lingering thought. With deep OS tracking hard-coded directly into the system architecture, is true privacy even possible on a modern commercial operating system anymore? Think about your own digital footprint, explore these hardening tools, and take back your control. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.